What's up, everyone? Welcome back to King Anime Review, and for this video, I'll be reviewing Chapter 65 of Boruto Naruto Next Generations. And Code fans, where are you at? Like, you guys have no idea how annoying the Code fans has been throughout the past, year. The Code fans, the people who are always acting like Code is extremely strong, and, they don't, basically, I had plenty of debates with people in the past about how strong Code is, and a lot of them try to use statements to try to prove that Code is stronger than Ishiki, which is ridiculous. But where are y'all at now? Where are y'all at now? The Code fans. Where's the Code fans at now? Because in this chapter, it's actually confirmed that Code is not even stronger than Boruto with the Karma Seal activated. You can call him Borushiki or whatever. But full power, full Karma Seal Boruto, Code's not even stronger than that version of Boruto when Momoshiki takes over. If he's not stronger than Momoshiki, he's not stronger than Ishiki either. It was only stated that Code is stronger than Jigen with his limiters off. Right now, he still has his limiters on. But some people are trying to say that he's stronger than Ishiki even with his limiters on. Some people were actually trying to say that. So, the Code fans, y'all were all proven wrong. You got a fat L, and all those people who tried to debate me about how strong Code is, you were wrong. So, yeah, that's the case with that. Code, it was actually, Ida even said that Code is no match for Boruto and Code should retreat. And Code was getting destroyed by Borushiki or whatever. So, yeah. So, I mean, when I said Boruto, I meant, Borushiki, because Momoshiki took over Boruto. So, other than that, yeah, the chapter was great. I mean, that was great too. But, yeah, just in general, the chapter was great. It was mainly fighting between Borushiki and Code. And basically what happened was Kawaki was like, are those meds, are the meds, is that a side effect of the meds? Because we picked off where we left off from last month, in last month's chapter where Boruto fell down. And Kawaki asked, is that a side effect of those meds? And he seemed like he was screaming at Boruto. He seemed really, scared for Boruto or concerned. And yeah, so then it was a time freeze manifestation, just like how when Boruto, how when time froze when Momoshiki put the Karma Seal on Boruto. The same thing happened here. It was a time freeze situation. Momoshiki, basically time froze, and then Momoshiki forcefully took over Boruto. And yeah, so he just basically took control of Boruto, which is, I guess that's kind of, well, Boruto even said to himself that he didn't lose. I mean, he's not low on strength or chakra. It's not because he ran out of strength or chakra or whatever. So Boruto thought it seemed like Boruto was even confused at how Momoshiki was able to freeze time. And then Momoshiki took over Boruto's body. So that's what happened with that. And then Borushiki started to fight Code. And like I said, Ida was telling him to retreat. He's no match for Code, etc. Borushiki used a huge Rasengan to try to beat Code. Borushiki used a huge Rasengan. Code, he was teleporting through his Code teleported through his claw marks, and then he was like, oh, so this is the full power of Momoshiki or whatever. No wonder Boro couldn't stand a chance or something like that. And Borushiki said, oh, it'll be the same for you, just wait, or something like that. And then Code, he appeared behind Kawaki, and he was about to take Kawaki into the claw marks, and he basically told Momoshiki, hey, you can't kill me, right? You can't, because Momoshiki was aiming a huge Rasengan at him again. He was like, hey, you need Kawaki as a sacrifice too for the 10 tails in order to plant the tree and get the fruit. So you can't shoot that Rasengan at me. But Borushiki shrunk the Rasengan down he shrunk it down extremely small, and then he fired it at Code like a bullet. And I believe it's called Rasengan or something like that, because it's a Rasengan bullet or whatever. And yeah, so that's what happened with that. It went right through Code. It actually pierced right through his body. And it basically, Code fell down after that. And then Borushiki got Kawaki and then took him, basically took Kawaki out of the claw marks. And then Kawaki tried to hit Borushiki with his body modification scythe. And Borushiki kicked Kawaki down, and then he was about to break his arm. And yeah, so, and then after, Shikamaru came in, used the shadow possession jutsu, and then Naruto came in and got Kawaki. And yeah, after that, Code came behind Shikamaru, and he basically, took Shikamaru hostage, and he told Naruto that if he moved, that he was gonna kill Shikamaru. And Kawaki was like, "Hey, run away! You'll be killed." Kawaki was telling Naruto that he'll be killed. So, and obviously Kawaki already talked about Kawaki a lot, but he has speed feats from the Delta fight where he actually saved Naruto in the Delta fight because he was actually faster than him. He was fast enough to react to Delta's attack that Naruto wasn't able to react to. So obviously Kawaki thinks, it's a logical assumption that Kawaki thought that Naruto would die because if he was getting beat up by Code and he's stronger than Naruto, which he is, he has better speed feats than him. And also Naruto lost to Nine Tails, which is the bulk of his power. I mean, which was the bulk of his power. He lost that. But yeah, he basically he told Naruto that, hey, you got to get out of here or you'll be killed. And Naruto said, I'm the Hokage. I can't do that. I'm not gonna run away from a threat that's from someone who's threatening my village or whatever. And then after that, Borushiki was like, I guess I'll help you. I'll help you out, Code, because the Hokage is a nuisance to me too. And he was about to shoot. He shot a huge Rasengan at Naruto, and Kawaki absorbed it. And then we had, it was some text. It was some it seems like Kawaki's internal thoughts, his internal monologue. He was thinking about. He was thinking about what Amato told him about taking the Karma Seal for himself, a Karma Seal that's just a weapon. Now, I said this in one of my other videos. That video where the video where I was talking about Kawaki joining Team 7. I said that I plan on doing a separate video on why Kawaki. On how Kawaki got the Karma Seal back. But since this video is already, I basically went over the entire chapter in 6 minutes, and since he got the Karma Seal back in this chapter, I might as well explain how Kawaki got the Karma Seal back in this video right here. So there's no need for me to make two separate videos because then I'll have to upload them at two separate times and do, it'll just take more work and it'll be it just wouldn't be that necessary. So let's talk about how Kawaki got the Karma Seal back. And I heard some people saying that this was a ass pull, that this was this didn't make sense, and etc. Some people were even saying that before the chapter even came out, which is really ridiculous because I don't get how somebody's looking at spoilers of a chapter and then criticizing the chapter when they don't even have the full context of what's going on. So, firstly, this is not an ass pull because it was foreshadowed by Amato. Amato said, even though you lost basically he said Ishiki's soul has been extinguished, but that doesn't mean, basically the Ishiki's power is still in you, and all you have to do is reopen the door. So reopening, he specifically said reopen the door. And yeah, so the thing about reopening the door is that basically sounds like he's just talking about like reawakening the power. He basically said Ishiki's power is still in you, you just have to reopen the door. So there's actually 3 ways that Kawaki could have gotten the Karma Seal back, and it actually makes sense, and it was foreshadowed. Now, but anyways, as far as the whole reopening the door thing, yeah, I'm pretty sure that just means Kawaki had to reawaken the Karma Seal, and Kawaki didn't want to get the Karma Seal when he was talking to Amato. He basically said he didn't want to get the Karma Seal, right? So basically what that tells us is Kawaki could have had he could have gotten the Karma Seal back at any point in time that he wanted to, really. Or he probably just had to awaken it, like he had to go through something very traumatic to where he could awaken the Karma Seal, similar to how the Sharingan users awaken the Sharingan. Because, Amato basically said you just have to reopen the door. Ishiki's power is still in you, and you can get a Karma Seal that's specifically a Karma Seal that's only a weapon, and that's not a tool for someone resurrecting through you, and that doesn't make you a vessel because Ishiki's soul was extinguished. Ishiki's dead. His soul was extinguished, and Kawaki essentially, he got a Karma Seal that's just a weapon, or should I say, a Karma Seal that's only a weapon, just like how Code has a Karma Seal that's only a weapon. Amato was saying like Kawaki can get the Karma Seal, and he can get the the power of the Karma Seal without the downsides of Ishiki resurrecting through him. And there's a couple of reasons why this could make sense. Why this actually does make sense. Now it could be one of these 3 reasons I'm about to talk about how Kawaki got the Karma Seal back. The first reason, and the reason I think is that's the most likely. This is the thing that I think is the most likely. I think the most likely scenario is Kawaki simply just reawakened the Karma Seal after Ishiki died, and his whole thing with the vessel. he couldn't implant another karma seal on Kawaki. So once Ishiki died, you know, and he couldn't implant another karma seal on Kawaki, that means his Kawaki was no longer his vessel. So once Ishiki died and he couldn't reimplant a karma seal on Kawaki, that meant that Kawaki was no longer Ishiki's vessel since he couldn't reimplant the karma seal on him. However, Ishiki's power is still inside of Kawaki since he's 80% Aozusuki. Thus, he probably just needed to, you know, awaken, or shall I say reawaken the karma seal. But once he reawakened it, since Ishiki didn't reimplant the karma seal on him and he awakened it by himself, that means that his karma seal is just a weapon and is not a tool for Ishiki to resurrect, because Ishiki didn't implant the karma seal on Kawaki. Kawaki simply used the power that's inside of him from Ishiki to awaken another karma seal. That's why I think is the most likely scenario. And it actually does make sense because it was foreshadowed by Yamato. Now, another scenario that I think is a lot less likely, but another possibility is when Yamato basically helped Kawaki regenerate his arm, because, you know, Kawaki actually, his arm was actually regenerated in, you know, basically Yamato used Kawaki's own cells to help his arm regenerate. I mean, I guess it would have naturally happened, but, you know, Yamato sped up the process or whatever. Whenever he did that, he probably did something that he was hinting at before, like how he was hinting at, hey, I could help you reopen the door to get the karma seal. He probably did something to Kawaki's arm well, actually, was that Kawaki's right arm? Actually, no, that was Kawaki's right arm. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that arm thing is not a possibility. All right, so let's say two scenarios. So two scenarios. So the first one I already went over. Kawaki just awakened the karma seal again, because Ishiki's power is already inside of Kawaki, like Yamato said, and, you know, all Kawaki had to do was reopen the door. In other words, he just had to awaken the karma seal again, since Ishiki's power is already inside of him. But since Ishiki didn't implant the karma seal on Kawaki, Kawaki is not Ishiki's vessel, because Ishiki didn't implant the karma seal on Kawaki, and Kawaki just awakened it using the powers that he already had inside of him, since he's 80% Aozusuki, and, you know, technically he's 80% Ishiki Aozusuki, so he could have just awakened the karma seal naturally. Now, that's one possibility. The second possibility is Kawaki simply put the karma seal on himself. You remember back in when Kawaki was talking to Boruto about code, and he was like, hey, you could probably put a karma seal on Code, since you are 80% Aozusuki, you know, you might be able to put a karma seal on him. What if Kawaki did the same thing to himself? What if he he's 80% Aozusuki, just like Boruto. He made the suggestion to Boruto that, hey, you should probably put the karma seal on Code, so you can, you know, make Code your vessel and then eliminate Code or whatever. So he already had that idea in his head. So if he said that to Boruto, if he gave Boruto that suggestion, then he might have used that suggestion himself. He might have said, okay, so I'm 80% Aozusuki, so let me just reimplant the karma seal on myself. That way, since it's my karma seal, I'm not going to be anyone's vessel, and, you know, I'm still going to have the power of the karma seal. Now, me personally, I think the first thing that I talk about, the first possibility, is the first scenario. I think that's the most likely. But anyways, regardless, it's not a contradiction. It's not a plot hole. It's not nothing. It's nothing bad that happened with this chapter or with this scene regarding Kawaki's karma seal, because it's already been foreshadowed. As it's actually, yeah, both of those things I just talked about, both of those scenarios, both of those things was already foreshadowed, and it already makes sense. So it really already makes sense anyways. Now, with that being said, also, not only did Kawaki awaken the karma seal again, he awakened the karma seal with the horn. So he actually has a full horn, just like how, you know, how basically that same horn that he had when Jigen came to the Hokage house and he tried to take Kawaki back, and he had that horn. Kawaki had that horn here, and we never really seen him fight with that horn when he had the karma seal activated. So this is gonna be the first time we're gonna see him fight with that horn, which is cool, because now he's using the full power of the karma seal. And right now, Kawaki is stronger than Boruto, I think. Of course, we haven't seen him fight with the horn yet, but I think Kawaki is gonna be stronger than Boruto, simply due to the fact that, or should I say Borushiki, he might be at the same level. He might be equal. Well, actually, I think he will be stronger now I think about it, because first off, Kawaki, he's not being controlled by anybody. Boruto and Momoshiki are, you know, basically, you know, fighting over Boruto's body, essentially. Like Boruto, like when Kawaki fought Borushiki, you know, after they defeated Ishiki, you know, Boruto was trying to gain control over his body. So, you know, first off, Kawaki, he's not competing with anybody for his own body. That's one thing. Another thing is he actually has the the horn, just like Boruto. So we can say that he's in Karma Seal level 2 form, just like Boruto. Or I guess Boruto's is his third version, because he had a version. I mean, it's his Borushiki form, but Kawaki essentially, he doesn't. Well, Boruto had a controlled version of, like we seen him use a controlled version of the level 2 Karma Seal form. And now he's using a Borushiki form. I guess you can call that third version. But Kawaki has a version with the horn as well. So it's basically like he skipped a version of the form, I guess. You could probably say that. Because, it's, kind of like how in Dragon Ball, like how Vegeta skipped Super Saiyan 3. But he went to Super Saiyan. He went to a higher Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan Red or whatever. Super Saiyan Blue, whatever. So, yeah, that's the case with that. Kawaki, he has the horn, so I'm thinking that he's at the same level of Karma Seal as Boruto. But the reason why he might be stronger, the other reason that he might be stronger than Boruto, and I think he is going to be stronger than Boruto, is because Kawaki is 80% Ishiki out Suzuki, and Ishiki is way stronger than Momoshiki. Way stronger. That's just factual. I mean, Ishiki was literally capable of destroying Naruto and Sasuke by himself, whereas Momoshiki couldn't even. Momoshiki was getting destroyed by a Naruto and Sasuke who were low on chakra. So that's the case with that. But yeah, so and then also Kawaki got, it seemed like he got that dojutsu. I already talked about his dojutsu in my Boruto chapter 65 spoilers video. But essentially, I think it's gonna be I think it's Ishiki's dojutsu, but I think it's a weaker version of it. And I think he's probably gonna, his eyes are probably gonna evolve just like how the Sharingan is. Right now he has like one triangle in his eye, and Ishiki has 8, I believe. So I think it's gonna be like the Sharingan, where the more he uses it and the more he trains with that dojutsu, he's gonna upgrade it more and more until he gets to the final version, like the one that Ishiki had, which is the one with 8 triangles, I believe. So yeah, that's the case with that. Kawaki, it seemed like he awakened a new dojutsu. Oh yeah, that's another thing. That dojutsu is extremely overpowered. He's probably going to be able to shrink himself or shrink objects and shrink chakra and stuff like that, just like Ishiki was able to do. So yeah, he might be way stronger than Borushiki. And so with all of that being said, overall fantastic chapter. I loved everything about it. As far as my predictions for next month's chapter 66, I think is going to be. So right now, Code still has Shikamaru hostage. Naruto is still in Sage mode. And by the way, one quick thing I want to mention. I could do a whole separate video about this, but like I said, it's probably going to be, I could just literally just talk about it in this video, because it's not going to take up too much time for me to explain this. But somebody said, I've been seeing people go around saying the Sage mode that Naruto is using is a new Sage mode, and it's a more powerful Sage mode. No, it's not. Like, Naruto never said it's a new Sage mode or it's a more powerful Sage mode. People are actually saying this is a new Sage mode. No, it's not. It's still Toad Sage mode. It's the only thing Naruto said about it is he can stay in the form longer due to wisdom of age, which actually makes sense, because the older he gets, the more he's probably more skilled at controlling his chakra. Therefore, he could probably stretch out the form longer and make it last a little bit longer than how long it originally lasts in a pain arc, which I believe it lasts for about 5 minutes at a time in a pain arc. So yeah, it actually makes sense that he will be able to make it last a little bit longer due to the wisdom of age. Probably it's because he's been training for several years, and he's probably learned how to control his chakra better. So that's probably the reason why he's able to make it last longer. But he never said that's a new Sage mode, and he never said that that's a stronger Sage mode. So what are y'all talking about? It's clearly Toad Sage mode. I'm getting sick of all these people. Bro, it's a constant thing where people are always trying to act like Naruto is extremely strong. They're always trying to act like he's stronger than what he is, but he's not. He's literally just not stronger than what he's not, okay? He's not. So that's the case with that. I also thought it was kind of funny that Naruto thought he could just block the Rasengan. He's about to get absolutely obliterated, literally. He thought he could block it. No, he's about to get obliterated. And don't mistake his confidence for a feat, because somebody having confidence in themselves is not a feat. It's not. And plus he couldn't move. He couldn't move in that moment anyways, because he didn't want Shikamaru to die. If he would have moved, Shikamaru would have died. At least that's what Cole was saying. So, but yeah, Kawaki jumped in. He saved him. He absorbed the massive Rasengan, and that was that. So yeah. Is that everything? Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I gotta say about the chapter. Oh yeah. Next month. Let me get to my predictions. Next month. I think Kawaki's gonna. So right now, I think Kawaki's probably gonna fight Borushiki. Naruto's probably gonna, while Kawaki is fighting Borushiki, Naruto's probably gonna try to save Shikamaru. But how is he gonna do that really? Because Cole said that if Naruto moved, he would kill Shikamaru. So I don't think Shikamaru is gonna die, and I definitely don't think he's gonna die like that. So maybe Kawaki might blitz Code and save Shikamaru, and then he might start fighting Borushiki. That might be what happened. As far as what Naruto does, maybe he might help Kawaki fight Borushiki. And if it's a 2-on-1 fight, I wouldn't consider it a defeat for Naruto. Anything that Naruto does, I wouldn't consider it a defeat, depending on how the fight goes down. But anyways, yeah, so maybe it might be a 2, or actually, I don't know. I don't know if Kawaki would actually just one-shot Code. And actually, next month's chapter is actually kind of unpredictable. But right now, I'll just say, I mean, it's not unpredictable. You can predict it, but I think it's very, very hard to predict. But I'll just say, I think Kawaki might save Shikamaru, and then I think it might turn into like a Kawaki and Naruto teaming up. Maybe Shikamaru might team up with them to fight Boruto and Code. Or might just, or should I say Borushiki and Code, or probably just Borushiki, because, I don't know, Code might get one-shotted. He's drastically weaker than Borushiki, so that might mean he's also drastically weaker than Kawaki. So with that being said, yeah, that's what I think about the chapter. A fantastic, amazing 10 out of 10 chapter of Boruto Naruto Next Generations. The artwork was good, and the story was freaking fantastic. I love everything about it, and I think it was just handled very, very amazingly. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, please drop a like. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and clicking that channel notification bell to be notified on all of my future videos. And drop a comment. Let me know what you thought of everything I said in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought of the chapter in the comment section below. And would you give the chapter out of 10 as far as the rating go? And also, share the video all over the internet. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.
Every promise I've been praying for.